This is the last time I'll share the couch with the famous and fabulous Michelle DeSelms.
True.
Good luck in the retirement.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, she officially
Nice to
leaves on
see ya.
Wednesday, but this is the last time that we'll sit here on the couch.
But then we had a tragic incident in my life, and my sister was killed in a car accident, and it was a huge news story in Indianapolis, where I grew up. We were part of the news, and they came and interviewed our family all the time, and so I really was just able to see how the reporters and the anchors interviewed my parents and talked to our family, and I just knew that's what I wanted to do.
Information on our website, WXMI.com. In Saugatuck, Michelle DeSelms, Fox 17 News at 10.
I was anchoring weekends there, and I knew I wanted to have a main job, and he called and he said there's a new station opening up in West Michigan, and they're starting Fox 17. They're starting the first 10 o'clock news, so I moved here and started the 10 o'clock news on Fox 17. When I first started, it was just so exciting. I mean, everything about it. It was just, when I was an intern, I would go in and I would sit in the studio and watch them anchor the news, and I just couldn't wait to do that.
I sat down with the Chelsea native for some straight talk about his career, his family, and coming home again.
How it changed over the years is because you just realize how much work goes into it. I mean, it still is really exciting when there's breaking news. I mean, there's nothing more exciting than doing that, but really it is so much more than just the anchor, and that's what I used to see, because when you first start out, especially as an intern, you don't know anything, and so you really just need to find people in the newsroom who are talented and who are smart and who you admire, and sort of pick their brain and, you know, learn everything you can from them. Over the years then, it changes where you never stop learning. I mean, I think you should still learn from everybody you work with, but then, especially at Fox 17, I was able to take such a leadership role because, you know, you've been there so much longer and have experienced so much more. So then when people come in, an intern or a new reporter, you're able to talk about their writing style and help them with their delivery.
Straight ahead on Fox 17 News at 10, could a prediction made centuries ago come true?
I would say being the first to know, and really knowing that you're delivering the facts, because especially these days when people see something that their uncle put on Facebook and they think that that's automatically true, knowing that we actually researched it, we wouldn't put anything on the air unless we 100% know that it is factual and that we have confirmation of it. That's changed over the years. I noticed a big difference is that we didn't have social media, and that has been a game changer for news in general. It's putting newspapers out of business. I mean, like growing up, it was, when it was 6 o'clock, you'd turn on the news, and then that was the first time you knew what was happening that day. That's how you would find out information. Now you look at your phone, and it happened quickly. I mean, even when I started here, there was no Facebook. There wasn't Facebook until, you know, a decade ago. So that really has changed in how people get the news, but what hasn't changed is how we deliver the news. But really, I mean, that core journalism is still the same. You could have this entire day, spend 10 hours of writing everything, putting the entire show together, and 10 minutes before there could be breaking news and everything gets thrown out the window. So one thing I would say is you really need to be flexible and say that it's a plan. There's a rundown and there's a plan, but it is never set in stone. And right until you're going live, you just never know what's going to happen. I was there for 18 years, and the biggest decision before retiring was to stay in Grand Rapids, because usually, you know, 5 years is a long time to stay at a station, and we were looking for other opportunities, but with 3 kids and all in school, and Rockford is such a great community that we decided to stay in Grand Rapids, and that's how I ended up staying here for 18 years. But then it got to the point where my girls were getting older and I was missing everything. I never got to see them play tennis, and I missed everything at night because I would go to work at 2 in the afternoon, right when they were coming home from school, and I'd get home at midnight. So it was a lot of, I just need this opportunity to spend time with my family, so that's what I did, and it lasted 2 whole years.